Hi, I'm Lauren Schramm from Commercial Observer. Experiential is the name of the game in retail. Smell is just one more avenue for retailers to use to engage customers. So, in this month's Retail Details, we talk with experts about how they can incorporate scents to get deals done.
Several years ago, the company Fresh, do you know Fresh, the cosmetic? All right. They had come from Boston, and I wanted to get them a store in Soho. They weren't known in New York, but they had a small shop on Madison Avenue. And I called the landlord in the Soho. He said, "No, I don't want it, Spring Street." It took several phone calls. I finally convinced him to come to the Fresh store. There were 400 candles lit lining the store, and all the scents were so overwhelming. He came into the store and he was in such a great mood. And I said, "Isn't this romantic? Isn't this great?" And I ended up making the, I know I made the deal because of that experience that morning.
It's very interesting how fragrance branding or scent branding started in the hotel and casinos. But many, many years ago, everybody was smoking. And so the hotels had a preponderance of smoke in the casinos. And they wanted to odor neutralize it. Today, almost every hotel in Las Vegas has their own fragrance. It diffuses, 24/7. And you really associate the hotel by the fragrance. For instance, the Venetian Hotel. When you walk into the hotel, it's got that Italian sort of classic feeling and architecture, and the fragrance really just does go. If that hotel had a very light, modern, bright, citrusy fragrance, there would be a disconnect. But it's got a lovely, warm, ambery, oriental feeling. So all the aspects of it really go well together.
I think that scents is just another avenue, another platform for retailers to engage the consumer. I think it's part of the whole experience, and we know that everything's about the experience. I think scents creates memories. If you take, for example, in Bloomingdale's, if you go in the swimwear department, you have the smell of coconut, so people imagine they're already on vacation, and this engages them to purchase more.
Nike did a study, and this was a very well-renowned study. They actually diffused fragrance in one store, and they did not have fragrance in the other store, in the same areas within the stores. People were actually able to stay 45% longer in the area that was scented versus the store where it was not scented. They actually had 40% increase in sales, and people really just lingered longer because it was such a pleasant environment.
I think that department stores do it because they curate it for the departments. And Bloomingdale's, who's always been at the forefront, has always done it well. I shop all the stores, Barney's, Bergdorf. If you go into Barney's on the gift floor, you get this overwhelming scent of home and garden. And this is in the tabletop department. I think the department stores have figured this out very well. It results not only in more spending, but makes the consumer return because they have that great memory of going into the store. I know some consumers that go into certain stores just because they want to feel good.
The power of fragrance is really very important. Our strongest, actually our most powerful sense is our sense of smell. And it's the one sense that connects memory and emotion. What we do here is we take people on a fragrance journey, and we could do this with retailers as well, to let them understand the process. Fragrances typically are also constructed with a beginning, a middle, and an end. And we have top notes, which are all the light, bright, citrusy notes, which are these in the top. We have florals, which are the mid notes are usually florals and some spicy and fruity notes. And then the base notes are the deeper, darker, more sort of bold notes. Typically, the most popular fragrances for retailers and hotels are in the fresh, invigorating fragrance area, as well as some sort of warm, sensual woods. Of course, food notes are very important for certain types of retail stores. The smell of chocolate, or the smell of coffee, or the smell of vanilla, or the smell of popcorn to stimulate sales. Because again, food and flavor are very related to fragrance.
I think today retailers have to engage every platform to bring the customer. And remember, you can't get that online. You can't smell anything online. So it's all about bricks and mortar. How many diffuser gifts have you gotten this year?
0.
Oh, should I send you one?